Right, so just gonna quickly do a couple of these. So I finally got these in New Zealand. We're a bit slow at getting these things these days, and I picked up a few while I happened to be in the shop. I'm not entirely sure. I might have got a double, to be honest. I didn't really spend a lot of time trying to work out these. I've only got a few, so it's not going to be all 18 in one video. But let's just get started. There we go. This is the one I definitely knew I got. So this is Stitch, and I think I might have got 2 Stitches, to be honest, but I'm not too upset about that because I think they're going to be kind of popular because they got their wacky little double arm thing. And I've already seen somebody say they want one, so maybe they'll swap if there's something else that I can't get like usual. Oh, look at that, they've got like the little Disney 100 thing on the bottom, which I guess is why they're doing this whole 3rd series of Disney. This is the 3rd series, second or 3rd series. I actually cannot remember. It feels like it's the 3rd. It's the 3rd. I'm sure it's the 3rd. But I could be wrong. Like I should have checked this before I started. I remember the one with the one series where I didn't get all of them was I didn't get Huey, Dewey, and Louie. I only got one of those 3. But I'm sure there's another one. I don't know. It's been so many collectible minifigure series. Kind of wondering if they ever do a Star Trek one. Now that's what I think would be the obvious choice. Somehow, it wouldn't be really that exciting, would it? If you think about it, it would be like, wow. They all kind of look exactly the same. So maybe they'll never do a Star Trek one. That would be kind of cool. There's no Star Trek Lego, and I think something has to change. That feels like the one franchise they haven't really done anything for an adult. They can have like an Enterprise and they can have some bits and pieces. But anyway, so we've got 1 out of the 18. So I think I'm not going to say what I think I've got. What I really want, of course, is just the Robin Hood characters. Is basically they look the best, I think. And I have the fondest memories of that movie as a child, and the rest not so much. But this is meant to be. I haven't even watched. I feel like that's not Fantasia, but so I don't think I've watched any of the movies except for what was it called? 6 or something. I can't remember, and I never actually finished that because I forgot to finish the Coco one, and I've never seen Pocahontas, and I've never actually watched Mulan, even though I own the DVD. Well, I did own the DVD until it got stolen, and so I don't have it on DVD, and I don't have Disney Plus. But it's been on my to-do list. I've watched parts of that one. So I've watched parts of that one. I watched the original 101 Dalmatians. So I probably have watched some of these things. And the original Pinocchio, of course. Who hasn't? So we've got Purple Person. This is actually not who I was expecting. So it's like Wicked Witch, Snow White. Why is there no Snow White? Was she in the other one? She must have been. I would have thought that would have made sense. Maybe she's not from Snow White. But either way, she's got some cool parts. In fact, I don't even remember seeing her on the box, which is why I didn't think. I knew I got something like this. I kind of thought it was her. But then I didn't think it was her because I couldn't find the owl. So this explains everything. So we're getting there. She's got like a Buzz Lightyear head. If you think about it. From the other Disney collectible minifigure series, which feels a bit like, well, that was Pixar. You can't really. People still in their mind have Pixar, and yeah, was it actually Disney? Because Toy Story, when it came out, wasn't Disney at the time. It was Pixar, and then they got bought out. I'm missing something here. I'm missing all of their attachments. What does this do? How does this fit to this? It doesn't. No, it does. It goes like that. Is it actually meant to go through the middle? Huh. Didn't see that coming. All right, so that's that. We better put on her assortment of garments. Otherwise, people will complain. And so these bodies, these dress pieces are so much better than what they used to have when they just used a roof piece. So I'm super glad that they've switched to those. And oh, I've got them the wrong way around. Oh no, it's supposed to be, well, tough luck. It's gonna, I haven't got all night for doing this. So we made one mistake so far. One mistake that is repairable at some point. I don't know how they get that. It hasn't quite gone the way it was supposed to. Apparently somebody got 3 of these in their one, and I've only got 1. So it's a bit of a mixed bag. So she's got a pretty cool, I have to admit, it's a cooler tiara thing than, she's not actually holding it like this, but she's going to hold it like that, because otherwise I'll lose it. Right. I had 2 more, and I don't know where they went. Hold on. What the heck? Oh, they're in my pocket. Alright, next one. You thought the video was over, just like that. Well, I've got to keep doing short form videos until, short form, like, 15-minute long videos, until I've uploaded everything. And oh my gosh, I didn't think I was going to get this one, so I really had no idea what I was getting. But it's Mickey Mouse in the original, like Fantasia or something, or another movie I haven't watched. Not this guy. But hey, I suppose they could just do other generic cartoons, couldn't they? They could do like Tom and Jerry, and more Hanna-Barbera. I mean, they did the Flintstones, but you could get a bit more with that. So maybe I actually feel like I did know that I got this one. I don't really know. I don't. I remember. Okay, this is. I remember thinking about this in the shop because I couldn't see on the box. I could feel these things, like I felt the little lids. And so I had no real idea, because lids, handles, because I couldn't see on the box anybody actually having some identifying. I could feel the big head thing, but I felt him because you can feel the arms. So, and you can feel the dress piece here, but then I got confused with her. So that's not so helpful. And they've all got little tiara things on the top. Well, and they've all got, well, that she's got that, and so you probably can pick them all out if you weren't in a rush, which I was. And this is supposed to go on the end, so this is quite neat. This looks a lot better than the brooms that they have had for years. So I hope this becomes a permanent fixture. Just think, I mean, actually it would make the Harry Potter sets much cooler. This is what Harry Potter should have had in the first place. So I like these. Like, that looks really good. And there's his tiara thing, which doesn't really fit, and his bucket. But he gets a spare handle, which is awfully nice. Just think of what we can do with that. So there we go. He's off to wash. I don't know what he's off to do. So pretty good. No stars on the arms though. I'm a bit disappointed. He's got stars all over the thing, but he hasn't got stars on the arms, which is disappointing. For the flagship piece, right? Maybe he doesn't have stars in the actual thing that he's based on. I like these little Disney 100 things though. So there's Hanna-Barbera. I think that's what they could do something about. Star Trek, that would be kind of cool, but I don't think that's ever going to happen because there's just not enough variety. People in yellowy orange, people in red, people in blue. But there's quite a few different series, and there's quite a few iconic non-humanoid characters, and it could work. But anyway, and maybe there's a bit more Warner Brothers cartoons that they could do. And I'm sure there's like anime sort of thing. There's must be something else you can do. But anyway, we've got this person. Thunderbirds, but that's not wide enough. Or at least any of those sort of Marionation, whatever it's called, series. Like you'd have like Thunderbirds and Joe 90 or something. That would be cool. Somehow. That wouldn't work either. So that's not a very good series. But just like what is it? What's an iconic theme with lots of different characters in it? Hard to work out. But this is Mr. Cricket, Mr. J Cricket, and he's got his umbrella, which I'm not entirely sure how he's meant to hold. So I actually think out of all 4 of these, he's the one I actually felt and picked out from them. I actually, like, all I did was, well, they all feel sufficiently different enough that I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get double. Well, I kind of thought I might get 2 of him because I felt his head and I thought that they were the same. I was almost there, but I was like, well, 2 of those would be fine. So, two Mr. J Crickets maybe not so useful. But he's got his little things, and he hasn't got bendable legs, which I think is a bit of a shame. I feel like, I suppose he is a cricket, so he has to be quite small, so he can't have those medium legs that bend, or do they not bend? I can't actually remember. Do they have medium legs that bend, like have shorter legs that bend, or do they always? Or is this like, this is the medium leg size and not the tiny leg? This is the tiny leg size. I feel like, I don't know. Anyway, it's done. It's done. It's all, we've got it. We get 1 umbrella. I kind of feel a bit disappointed that you don't get 2 umbrellas. Because I'm going to lose that in 5 seconds. That's the kind of thing you'd lose. So, quick recap on what we learnt today in class. Which ones do I really, really want? Those 2 and her. So probably those 3 there. The Queen of Hearts, not so keen over. Oswald, not that keen over. Mulan would be pretty cool. Pocahontas would be pretty cool. So you get sort of these cool little leaf things. And the rest of them I don't actually really know. Like I haven't ever watched. This is that frog one, right? Or is it not? I don't actually have a clue. Sort of like given up watching anything. So I honestly don't even remember an Alice in Wonderland type Disney movie. Is that a thing? Like I'm sure I must have watched this at some point in my life. It feels like an old thing. But there was the ones that were from the Tim Burton one. Was it a Tim Burton one? It feels like it should have been a Tim Burton one. But who knows? Who knows? There's nothing else to say. Thanks for watching. Good night. And oh look, I did get another one. Yay! I got 2, but I wanted 3. I want 3 of them. Somebody got 3, but I've only got 2, so that's better than nothing. Thanks. Bye.